motive steady in boisterous sea, the tiller in strong, steadfast hands. I will sail greatly on my own, again through the equinox. I hope, like the effort of an albatross, the chosen path I have come across, the grand plan that will take me to my sweet home, my heart, my sweet home. I long for you.
Shanti. Good morning, all of you. Welcome back. I hope all are doing great, happy, and must have done your homeworks. Am I audible, clear?
Yes, sister.
Thank you. All right, so hello, sister.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I see the faces. Hello, sister.
Good morning.
Good morning. So good to see you all. So, how was your day yesterday?
Lovely.
Good, great. Have you all done your homework?
Yes.
Yes. Nice. Did you write about paradise?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Should I say?
Of course.
Paradise on earth. It will. It
Mhm.
should be a beautiful world
Mhm.
where all the souls are pure, peaceful,
Mhm.
loving, happy, and content.
Mhm.
They respect each other and they live in harmony with nature.
So true.
That's all.
Oh, that's nice. And this is all whatever you've written is absolutely true. And this will be actually a real world where all of these things, as you mentioned, will definitely be there. And yes, there must more things, more positivity, which can be described. So think more about it. But then whatever you've written is absolutely true and right. So yes. Any other one? Sister Mira? I see many names here. Anyone would like to share? One can unmute yourself and share. Yeah, sister?
They'll be compassionate.
There will be compassion. Yes, indeed. Yes, sister.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, same. Agree with sister.
Mhm.
The world where you have no fear, full of
Mhm.
confidence, full of love,
Mhm.
very nice with nature. So nature is giving full, everything fullest
Yes,
with
yes. So,
animals also. We are
mhm.
loving and so getting the love of them also.
Mhm. Yes, the nature will be in a way that there wouldn't be any kind of pain from nature. They will be full of, like a spring season, always pleasant and all the ornaments that you're wearing these days, it will be like you will use them for decorating your houses. So there will be abundance in of all of these elements as gold and diamonds, pearls. So things which you pay so much to to buy them, and you get very tiny and just a very small part of it, but then there it will be in abundant way, abundant form. Nobody will buy them like you know because it will be available nowadays, as you see iron or maybe plastic available, that way it will be available. So I mean, easy to use, not even to buy. So the kind of that world where one person, where of course there will be a ruler, but he will not be considered or be dominating kind of a ruler. But then for him, the whole world will be like a family. People will actually consider the person, the king, like a father, and the king will consider the whole praja as a family member. So the kind of harmony towards the nature and from the nature towards us will be so divine. So yes, that is the world called paradise. Everything which is beyond in terms of positivity only, your imagination. There won't be any doctor because there won't be any diseases. There won't be any uh, physical illness. There won't be any police, advocate. There won't be such profiles in sectors like these. There will be people who will be studying and what to study. There won't be any comparative nature, comparison to each other. But then yes, there will be something to study and learn. That will be music and art and languages. So yes, the world will be so beautiful. So are you feeling fascinated to go into such world?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes. So as to go into such era of golden era, I need to make myself accordingly. I need to be eligible for that. And how can I be? For that, God Himself has to descend. He has to bow down to our level to make us like that. And that is the beauty of God. That is the real action, the real deed, the real karam, which is been explained about God. Yeah. Now, I told you yesterday about the story of up and down, upfall and downfall. Now, how exactly it happens? I'm going to share the pictures of that so that you can understand them quite easily. So, do you see on the screen? So, the story
Yes.
of rise and downfall of Bharat. So, when I say Bharat, it's not only for our country, but why it has been called Bharat? Because this is the part of world. It's not exactly the kind of geography the Bharat or the India has nowadays, but it is also. Uh, Before I proceed, I mean, I just started and linked it up with the lesson, but I haven't seen any one answering or sharing their homework. Just two of them has shared the homework, and I see Brother Harish has written to my mind, the world is a mix of all elements, good and bad, life enhancer and destroyer as well. That is that's its beauty. We cannot control external world and therefore need to concentrate on purifying our inner self only. Well, Brother Harish, what you're saying is it is about the present time. What homework I had given, it is about something to describe what if, what is paradise for you. So how can you think about a world where you can see the world in its best form, in the purest form? How can you imagine about such world and how it should be? That what I had asked for. So I also given you option to share that into the WhatsApp group if possible for you. I'm looking here that few others are also sharing, and it's the brother Nayak. Good morning. What I have written is paradise, land of love, surrounded by divine people with abundance of love, happiness, and sweetness. Very sweet place filled with the positivity around. People do not have even know the meaning of fear, insecurity, and other negative terms. True. Whatever things which we like to do, we can do in paradise. It's our own holy land. That's so true. So beautifully explained. People are very healthy. People do not know the world this is in paradise. Nature is very pure and attractive. All the five elements, water and air, fire, etc., are 100% pure. So true. All five elements are very helpful to people around. All elements are helpful to human beings and vice versa. Of course, this is all true and absolutely is going to happen. This it is so well explained, brother. Thank you for doing the homework. I really appreciate it. Brother Taj is writing the best world should be with no disease, no hurt, no poverty, no fear, no vices, no losses. Where nature and every soul should be in the purest form, people respect each other, understand each other, they should be ever happy, ever peaceful, ever loveful. Wow. So nice. See? What different thoughts are coming up, and then if you see everyone writing, the intent is all the same. That means we all feel that yes, there will be harmony and peace. That is the crux. So Brother Harish is writing, sister, world is not limited to earth only. It's much bigger than extremely beautiful already. It is indeed. I'm not declining for the fact that world is not only limited to Earth. The whole universe is of five element and even beyond the sixth element where we live. Our real home is. But what I'm saying is, if it is a paradise, I'm just trying to ask is about the place where we are living and what this place, if be heaven, then how it be. That is what I have asked for. And yes, whatever you are writing is certainly right. So this is for the present time that you're explaining. So that is it. Thank you so much, all of you, to writing this. Yes. Any other in the meantime, and if anyone also, I want everyone to participate because I see few are participating and few are not. So if everyone would participate in this, I will feel that yes, you are being connected with me and going with lessons. So it's just an urge and ask for you, if you can do, then it will be great. Otherwise, it's okay. So I hope you've also done the other part of the homework, which is to give to gratitude to the people around you, to your body, to your uh, family member, colleague, and whosoever you are surrounded with, neighbor or anyone who helped you somewhere, sometime, and of course God. So have you done it? Have you all done it? Yes? If yes, then how did you feel by doing that? Yes.
We feel good.
You good? Yeah. So how did you do that? Can anyone share, like, I mean, how, whom did you show up your gratitude, and how have you done it? If possible, it's just in your mind, did you say, or you actually go up to that person and shared your feeling? Sometimes we feel that we feel, being, have a love and respect and gratitude towards the person, but we don't say, we never break that ice, because whenever you say thank you and show up your gratitude even to the family member, you see the beauty of this, the relationship between you and that person, it changes like miraculously. Whatever the grudges, whatever the difference is, probably if it's probably been, some time or some way uh, have come, it will go away. So if you have done it, great. If you haven't, then do it. My gratitude to you, Didi, because you're my mentor these days. Oh, thank you, sister. So it's just, I hope you evolved. The feeling of gratitude for my family members made me free from all complaints. See, this is the beauty of this. This is what this is what I actually expected, from you, because I focused on what they did good for me. Of course, in our life, people around us don't only do bad with us. You never find a single person in your life who has always done bad for you. Some way, even probably just once, maybe, but they must have done something good for you. My son always helps me, so I thanked him. Oh, that's great. I felt gratitude to my family members. I felt lighter, and I can realize the positivity in people around me. Yes. And I'm sure by doing this, you all must be feeling so lighter. See, if your mind is light, you become Hanuman in the flying stage. Hanuman. Hanuman. Mind is like Hanu. It's a flying way. Pavan is Sutta Hanuman. बोलते हैं ना? So why? Pavan is air. In air, things can fly. So if make your mind so light, then it can fly. But if you keep it heavier people cannot, heavier things cannot fly. It has to be lighter enough to fly. So let your mind that much lighter to let it fly in air. Yeah. So yes, so these are good comments coming up, good experiences. Thank you. And the rest who probably have not shared the experiences, I'm expecting them also to share your experiences. So with this note, let's move on to the topic which we had covered yesterday. I'm going to explain them again deeply so that questions around this will be solved. Now, if you see here, yes, So here it is. So if you see on the screen, I told you yesterday about how God has created the world. Because somebody who is ocean of love, purity, goodness, and the medium of all positive attributes only. So if he will create something, he will create a world, a universe. So in the whole universe, the life where it is possible is only on one planet, which is Earth. So this is the planet where we live, where all the possible things for a human being to live is available for any viables, not only human being, for any viables which are important are available on this planet, and hence everything is here. Rest other planets all comes in the universe, right? But here, uh, heaven, paradise, is the place or something that has been created externally by God, where you see everything, everyone, they all also look like a human being, but they never been called as a human being because of their positivity, divinity, goodness in them, right? They are called divine beings. So there will be a family, everything will be there. The only difference of there won't be any negativity, there won't be any untimed death. So the people who will be living here, they would have a timely death. So every ages era are divided into the same time period. The duration of every era will be same. There are four yuga or four ages that has been divided into. First is Satyug, golden age. Second is silver age, Treta Yuga. Third is copper age, Dwapar Yuga. And fourth is iron age, Kala Yuga. These are the four basic ages. Yug, it is the whole cycle is divided into. Okay, so in the first age, in this time, in this duration, the people will be there. Now take it as a story, like a movie. Whenever any movie starts, in the beginning of the story, in the beginning of the movie, how many people do you see appearing on your screen, or in the movie, in the beginning of any movie, how many people seen there? Can anyone say? Can anyone give some responses? When you see any movie, how many people in the beginning of the story, in the beginning of the movie, how many?
Different characters, hero,
Uh,
heroine, or their relatives, something like that.
But then do you see all of them coming together, or do you see just one or two?
In the beginning, one or two, I think.
Yes, and gradually it increases. It happens like that? Yes?
yes.
Yes. So the same way, when this is a big picture, that story, that movie is only of 1 hour, 2 hour, or 3 hours, right? But this story is of whole 5,000 years. The whole cycle is of 5,000 years. Now, few may come up with the question that how do we know it's 5,000 years only, right? I will answer them in the later part. But for now, just understand and think in the beginning of the story, there will be only few people, a few characters. So those characters, because I'm talking about the whole universe, whole world. I'm not talking about a 3 hour story. I'm talking about the 5,000 year story, 5,000 years movie. So there will be number of the population in the beginning of the story will be 9 lakhs. Okay, and every soul will take body, and all of them will change body after some time. Okay, and after everybody, because the time, the death will be after certain age, and the ages will be almost fixed. There won't be any untimed deaths. So understand, in a way, there will be average age is almost like more than 100 years, round about 150 years. Because see, even if you see your grandmothers or great grandfathers, they must have lived a life of more than 100 years or close to 100 years. It's very often seen. So understand, if in the age of Kali Yuga also people can live the life of 100 years, then why is it not possible in the era of paradise? It is quite possible. Even the chief of our organization, Brahma Kumaris, Dadi Janki, you must have seen her on television or YouTube. You must have seen her. Her age was 104 years, and this year she left her body. So just think, a person in such time can also live a life more than 100 years. Then is it not possible in the paradise to live for such long duration? It is quite possible. It is easily possible, right? So everyone will live such longer duration, for longer duration. And people of this 9 lakh population will take in this age 8 births, right? So let's say in the beginning the population was 9 lakh, but after some time, maybe few years, slowly and gradually, people from home will come down. They will descend as per their roles. Like in movie, you see in the beginning, probably the movie begins with one person's action or two persons action, but then gradually few more get their role, and as per their role they come on stage. Is it happen that way? Yes. So the same way here also, consider this whole world as a as a stage where we all are coming as per our own roles. So from our home we are descending down and start performing our roles. So the population that way is slowly increasing. 9 lakhs, maybe then 10 lakhs, maybe 10.5, and so. Towards the end of Satyuga, towards the end of golden era, the population becomes around 2 crores. Okay, and the whole 9 lakh people, the whole 9 lakh population will definitely take 8 births, because they will be changing the body. But the people who are coming later, after the first lot, they will start taking lesser births. Are we all on the same page? Now moving further, the next age will start. So it will not be announced like today the next yuga or era is starting. It's just something with what's happening around, we can assume. Like for an example, as per the situation, like we say, it's a Kali Yuga. How do we say this is Kali Yuga? Because of the negativity is more been seen. So this is a symptom. Like if anything happens, if you feel your throat sore, or if you have a body ache, or if you're feeling the temperature, so these are some symptoms where you can find out this could be something that you're going through. What are symptoms? So the same way, as the time is changing, what is the symptom? What has been seen around? Accordingly, we understand this is somewhat is available now, and this is what it is. Okay. So from golden heaven, that is golden era, the Satyug, we go into Treta Yuga. So Treta Yuga is like full energy, and then slowly we reduced comparative to the full energy, golden age. So as comparative to Satyug, in Treta Yuga, we are comparative depleted, but not depleted actually. It's very minute. Will not actually feel like. We still be happyful being and all contented. Everything will be as positive. It's just the population increasing and time are changing slowly and gradually. In Treta Yuga, we get the population increased and the number of births increases as the duration in the life decreases. In Satyug, people had taken 8 births. The 9th birth starts with the Treta Yuga. That is why in Hindu religion it has been said Ram Navami, Krishna Janmashtami. Is Janm, is birth, 8 births. It's just a depiction of a soul is taking birth. Whenever you take example of somebody, you represent somebody. So it's just a representation in a way that taking best representative for something. Like if you have to show up yourself or a school or a company, you take the best person who can be a representative of that particular company or anything. So the same way, a soul who has all the positivity and goodness in its optimum form, one who has achieved the highest scores, that is the leader of the school. We make head girl or head boy. How do we see everything? If somebody carries everything in the best form, we make that person as a representative. So the same way, if it has been said about Krishna ji ke liye bola, Krishna Janmashtami, that means a soul who has all these qualities in optimum form, so as others, right? So this student has got full marks. It's a God's best child, I would say rather. Now going towards next is like Treta Yuga. The souls take 12 births. The duration is still same, 1,250 years. Satyug also 1,250 years. And then together it becomes 2,500 years as a half cycle completes. Okay, so in Treta Yuga, souls takes number of births higher as comparative to Satyug. So the duration in the life in the body is comparative reduced. So let's say for an example, in Satyug one taken 150 years somewhat. In Treta Yuga, they will take 120 years round. This will be the average life. But again, there won't be any untimed deaths. Right? So together, Satyug and Treta, 12 and 8. Total number of births are 20. And here, the population towards end of Treta Yuga, Silver Age, becomes 33 crores. And that is why it is said 33 crore Devi Devta. Because the whole population, the entire population until Treta Yuga, Silver Age, is this much. So understand this way, the person, the soul who has come in the beginning of golden era, they have that much of positivity that they keep taking births, one body, another, then another, then another. But then they kept their consciousness of the soul, even by taking this much of births, being into this much of bodies. But the soul who has come, probably the last birth in Treta Yuga, just by in coming in uh, one birth, that person, the soul has loosened their consciousness and being influenced so fastly of the body. Are you all understanding? Is it clear so far?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. So this is like the soul has taken some who has come in the middle of Satyug, some has come in the middle of Treta Yuga, or towards end of Satyug, or towards end of Treta Yuga. So their number of births are decreasing. It depends. It's not everyone will come in the beginning of the cycle. You will come in the middle of the cycle. You will come afterwards, and so on. The population of the world is slowly increasing. Is it clear so far?
Yes.
Now, this is, as I said, there must be some validity, some stagnation point, saturation point where after this things will start changing. Remember that that sand time cycle where you keep the sand in the one block and it goes down, and then it just become empty and it solely gets down. Then you just flip this and become vice versa. So here after Treta Yuga, after Silver Age, the consciousness changes. Now, as much we were soul conscious, now the body conscious starts coming in the soul. And that is how we start behaving or, picking up the negative values, starts using the negative values. Now it depends. Here, things are changing. Now, as much 33 crores population. Now, it is not for everyone in the same manner will pick up negative values quickly. Few will pick up less, few will pick up more, few will pick up a meteoric way. Anyways, so as one is picking and using the negative value or being influenced by the body consciousness, their actions are changing. And that is how they are changing their own sanskars and habits and creating their own future. Is it being clear now why we are like this, why things happens with us this way or that way or so and so forth, right? So because it's like two things together, you have been given the two platters. Now in this platter you have this kind of foods, in this platter you have another kind of food. Now it's my choice which one I will pick and eat, and accordingly my health will. Let's say in this platter I have so much of junk foods, in this platter all healthy foods, but I don't feel like eating this boiled food and all that. I don't like spinach in this much probably, and I picked up burger or pizza maybe. Yeah. So accordingly the health will be right. So the same way, if I have used positivity, if I have used values, or else if I've used jealousy, comparative nature, behavior of hurt and hatred, then accordingly my action decides my destiny, is creating my destiny. So here coming into Dwapar Yuga, the consciousness changes and slowly we changing, we are changing with negativity and bringing that consciousness in us, and so as making our sanskar. So here in Treta Dwapar Yuga, untimed death starts, and number of births in this time. I'm sorry, I just forgot to show you. This is Treta Yuga. So here, if you see the 16 celestials, that is called Kala. So Kala is like something, is like an art. Let's say, for an example, everyone speaks, everyone make pictures or make sketchings, or maybe everyone sing probably or dance. But then somebody does in a so beautiful way, that is called, she has or he has a kind of an art to speak, art to explain, art to dance, art to draw. So it's art, if you make something in the most accurately, in the perfect form, that is called art. So here we were like in the best form in golden age, and in silver age we start reducing, I mean, it's change. And then here in Dwapar Yuga, as I told you yesterday, because as we use the consciousness of body, and so as we get an emerge our bodily values, or I won't say really values, but bad virtues. So as we feel emptiness inside, we start feeling it, and that's how we remember God. And so as this, the whole bhakti yoga starts, where we go to temple, and the other religion also comes. So after in Dwapar Yuga, the second religion comes is this Muslim Dharma, Muslims, and then Christian, then Buddhism, and then Christianity. So let's say here. So this is the downfall of the whole universe, where slowly and gradually all things comes in the picture, and which is called as hell. In Dwapar Yuga, the number of birds become 21, and in Kala Yuga, in Iron Age, it becomes 42 births. Like number, every soul will take 42 births. So yes, there will be untimed death, and even the frequency of untimed death will be so high. Duration of the age will remain same, 1,250 years. So it's like a same duration is all same. But why it is called this time is, it has been said, uh, 40,000 lakh words is still remaining for Kali Yuga, something like this. I'm not really sure what is exactly it has been said, but the time duration has been extended so high. It's not actually the duration is so high, but if you feel pain, if you are in discomfort zone, each and every second is been felt so longer, and that is why it is said 40,000 वर्ष और बाकी हैं. What are celestials? So as I just said, is the way to act. Celestials are basically, it is called a way to act. How in the perfect form you do any action. It is called the way to uh, do any work. Let's say somebody is doing a press, just pressing the clothes, right? Everyone, I believe, more or less everyone does it. You must have, pressed your clothes, but how well do you do it? That is what the celestials is. So When you do any action into the perfect form, it becomes your art. Everyone know how to speak, but the best person or the person who has the art to speak is know how to convince the person and even not losing your own qualities simultaneously. That is called art to speak, and that is called salacious. So in every action, if you bring that kind of quality, that you deliver what you supposed to and not disturbing the other person, you know how to behave. That is, I hope your question answered, brother Gautam. Yes, no? And then Sister Minakshi has a question.
Yes.
Uh, yes, sister.
Sister, as we see in the picture, the age of
Mhm,
Kali Yuga is 1250 years. But
mhm.
as now you told us that the 4 lakh something years are still left. What is
No,
that
no.
meaning?
I said it has been said in the holy books. The people say
Okay.
in
Mm.
Shastra and Vedas
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
of them, people say 40,000 years is still left, something like this. If I'm right.
Okay.
If somebody know the exact what has been said, is something been said about the Kali Yuga is 40,000 years life is still left about the Kali Yuga duration.
Okay,
So
sister.
that is what I said about, but it is not exactly the time duration is this much longer. Instead, it is about the feeling, because if you're
Okay.
in pain and hurt, the each second make you feel like being so longer.
Yeah.
Time doesn't pass. That is
Okay.
what the feeling has been said in 40,000 is still left or something. But
Okay.
it's not exactly the same. The time duration is still same as what the Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga has.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry, I'm interrupting you, sister.
Yeah,
Uh, but
no
my
problem.
mother always used to told me that अभी तो कलयुग ने अपना पैर का अंगूठा ही रखा है and the whole foot is remain. जब वो
Mm-hmm.
पूरा पैर रख देगा then the pralay will come. She always used to.
Okay, so of course that is how we have keep listening from our ancestors, and then Vedas and Shastras
Yeah,
and all the things. That is what we accepted. So it is also important to actually look it from the eye of knowledge and being aware. Why don't we really ask question where we're supposed to? We accept the fact and we believe the system where just to wearing a ring or maybe doing anything, if you do a number of mistakes in your life and you just go and take a dip into a ganga and then go to the temple and just revolve around a tree or do anything, and you feel like your all the vices will be gone out and then your wishes will come true, do you think it should happen?
no, 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 never.
So the same way, where
Mm.
we never rise a question, why do we do this? Why
Yes,
God required to do all this, tika and all, and so many of things that here you see in the picture. We, whether it is Ganesh Chaturthi or Navrate or any festive that we celebrate, where we take a make a idol, then we just do all the ornaments and then we put
rituals.
everything and then we praise them and then in the last we just you know dip
Drown
them
them in
in
the
the water
water.
again. So
Yeah.
that is not, it is not exactly the same, but there is some intentions behind. What is the meaning behind this? This is something to we need to learn from. This is not what it's supposed to be. So here in the life cycle, we understand this is how, because we start feeling evacuated, feeling empty inside, and that is how we start praising God. And we have remember God into different form. As per the soul consciousness, is a reflection in the God Shiva. Then, then uh, you know, divine beings as a Devi Devta, and then other religions also has come into the picture, and then so many other religion, but still we are going down and depleting our own values, and hence we have reached to the era of hell, which is called Iron Age, and we have lost almost all our qualities. Now this is the time where the confluence of the age Kali Yuga and Satyug, because as per the cycle, after every night there is a day. So if you see after night, there has to be a day should come. But before that, before even the downtime, that time is called Amrit Vela, confluence age. The confluence age is the time where God has to descend, because the soul, the whole world, the soul who has started their journey from Satyug, since golden age, they have gone through all the ages and time, and so as they have depleted all the qualities, the real qualities of soul of themselves. Now to go back into the home, or even as I told you yesterday, before go into coming back into home, the mother has to cleanse the child first, and then mother takes the child back into the home. So the same way, we also needs to be cleansified first before coming back home, and that home is called the world of peace, silence world. And then after, the cycle will repeat. So even coming to the next cycle, the soul, whosoever has that kind of quality, will get into that world, and rest will not go. Rest will remain at home, and whatever as per their sanskar and their habits, the time will come, they will descend. Is this point clear? So here, to go into any positive work, I need to first get my all vices removed from myself. And that is why God has to give this knowledge, because knowledge is the only way that God can give to everyone. And there shouldn't be any behavior of being partial or impartial to anyone. And that is how the transformation happens. This is a very subtle transformation. Transformation to the external world can easily be done by the five elements: air, water, fire. These are there to transform the external world. But the internal transformation, how that can be done? It can only be done by living the life in the awareness of the self. And where the God has to, as I've explained to you, as per the teacher, it is very, very important to be at the level of the child and to make the child understand, to teach the child. So the same way, God has to come to this level, our level, to teach us. And so as He will be able to make ourselves as per the golden era, to bring that quality, the golden era's quality in us. Now it is my choice. It's like sun is giving his rays to everyone, but it's on me whether I go in front of sun, take that rays and empower myself, or shall I just be at home, not going even out to take that rays on me. Okay, so this is what the whole cycle is. Now we are standing right now in this confluence age to make ourselves like that. And this is it for today's topic. If anyone has any question, you may ask. No questions?
Sister, there was some discontinuity in between. I couldn't hear from my side, I think.
Which part? I can
Uh,
repeat. Which
mm,
part didn't you hear?
when you were answering the sister's question of that 40,000 births around, after that I lost the continuity, I think.
Okay, so afterwards, is it for everyone or just for you, Sister Meera?
I think I lost it.
Yes, sister, there is a problem.
Is it clear now?
Yes, now I
Yes,
can hear,
it's
but
clear
I
now.
lost that 10 minutes, I think.
Yes, me too, sister.
Okay, no problem. I will repeat. Negativity, which is Kala Yuga,
उसके नीचे लगाया
and the
तुमने?
beginning of Yuga, which is Golden Era. That time is called Confluence Age, where the transformation happens. Now, the transformation is two ways, one external and one internal. Because for soul, we all are energies, and for energies, neither be created nor be destroyed. So, destruction will not happen. What happened now from the Satyug to Kali Yuga, Golden Era to Iron Era, the quality of the soul has been changed from solely positive, pure form to negative, right? It's become as we were divine and we become devil, like a devil. Because devil is the one who has all the negativity, which is called actually a Ravan. It's again a depiction. What is Ravan? One who has knowledge, but he has the ego of that knowledge. He has all qualities, but he has the ego of being that, of money and this and position, recognition, and so on. And what is a divine being? He also has everything: money, knowledge, recognition, position, everything. But he has, humility, humbleness, compassion, love, respect. So, what is the only difference from a person, divine and devil, is of the qualities. So, the quality of soul, as we were qualitative in Satyug, and slowly we started depleting our qualities, and we have reached to the age of negativity, which is Kali Yuga, and we've become full of negativity now. Now, the transformation from negative to positive, and how it will happen, it can only be done by the one who is out of this whole cycle. Because whosoever has come in the cycle, all have been degraded. Only God doesn't come. And hence, God has to descend to make his own children like this, just to like transform. So he has to come to our level and then he transforms. So, how he transforms? So, he like gives his rays. What is the rays? Rays of knowledge. So when we obey his knowledge and teachings, the power builds up inside. We feel empowered, we feel strengthened. And that is how slowly and gradually I, as a soul, I'm cleansing myself. See the sun. Sun has a strength to give light, to spread light. And top of that, he also has a strength to kill the germs. When you have anything like in your crops and food, any kind of fungus, if you find it appearing, what do? Just show up the light. You keep them in the light. धूप में रखते हैं ना, so उससे क्या हो जाता है, वो धीरे धीरे जो germs होता है वो खत्म हो जाता है. So the same way, when we be open to God, we are welcoming knowledge to inculcate it in us. When we practice this, that enlightens me, and also the germs, the negativity which is in me starts going out. And that is how the strength and the transformation, this is the subtle transformation, the soul of becoming negative to positive.
So I have a question, sister.
Yes.
Like you said, this Sangam Yug lasts for 100 years. And now population is around 700 crores. So for Satyug, population has to reduce to 9 lakhs. So it means, and all these 700 crore souls have to be cleansed before they go to the soul world. And it is 100 years. And it has already started. No? But I mean,
Yes, go on.
this question, how this like whole population will come down and everyone will be cleansed. I mean, it seems quite difficult.
This is very obvious question, and I'm glad that you asked this question. So here that actually transformation, because we have to reduce. I mean, it's not that we are doing it; it's as per the nature. See, understand, it's not God who will do it, but God has made such mechanism that it will happen automatically.
Some
Right?
calamity come.
Yes, some natural calamities, war. You see the bio war now. What is the coronavirus and whatever? So things will become in a way that automatically the karmic account will be settled. Now, the one question why many of people have, why this thing happened with me? Why this much of pain? Because this is the time, this is the financial year closing time. Now you just think one who belong from such profile and the background can easily understand, and even if no one from such background, but still they can understand, if anything happens is just to close, to settle down, anything is only the negative account, because all the positive and easy account is already settled. We have already eaten the fruits, the beautiful fruits. The only thing left is just which has some flaws. So that are those account which is left, and hence we feel painful. So if I think that this is just account is being settling down, I will easily be able to settle it down instead of creating again. Because if I'm feeling painful, why this person, I start blaming, the blame game, this, then I'm creating an account, another account. So one which is not already settled, and due to which I'm getting a pain, and I create it again. Then the cycle will still remain the same. So where the wiseful decision, the knowledgeful decision is to settle them down. So there are two ways to settle. One is to why suffering, because let's say I've got loss, or because of some person, a kind of pain, financial loss. There are 4 ways that we get account settled, that we can get pain and love. So tan, man, dhan, jan. Body, mind, money, and people. Physical pain, mental distortions, stress, depression, tensions, peace of mind nahi hai. And then behavior of people, relatives, surroundings, friends, colleagues, maybe whosoever around you. There are the four ways we get the pain in our life. And just to settle our karmic accounts, it has to come. Just feed it. It has to come. Now, what is my role here? What is my duty here? Do I need to create account again, or do I need to settle them down? It's my own choice. Now, as you said, and because of the natural calamities and this and that, the majority who's going to go back home, it will be settled. So another way is to, with the remembrance and with this thought and with this knowledge and the awareness, I'm settling them. I'm not being impacted. It doesn't mean the situation will not come. What is the one difference between spirituality and bhakti yoga? In bhakti yoga, in those worshipping or the mythological way, we think or we imagine nothing wrong to happen to us, and that is the proof of God. But this is not what it is. The reality is, God says things, if you have done something, it will definitely happen. But it's something that you will not be affected or impacted by that. That is called spirituality.
But
That is how you need to strengthen yourself. Let's say, for an example, probably the first time you went to the kitchen in the age of maybe 7, 10, or whatever, and you get the sense of burning. You touch something hot utensil and then you burned yourself. How did you feel that time?
hurt.
No, it was very tough situation. The whole day probably was like uncomfortable. Now, the same kitchen in this age you are going, you still get the sense of burning. You touched the hot tawa or whatever. The situation at the both time same. Now, what is the difference? Do you still feel the same kind of feeling? Do you still suffer the same way?
No.
Why?
No. Experience.
So,
Because you accepted here, it's okay. It happens.
The power of tolerance.
Yes. And that is how the power of tolerance increased. And the situation is not bigger than you. That time, the situation, because you kept yourself smaller, the situation become higher, bigger, and you would not really be able to cope with the situation. Now, when as much you start accepting the situation, you take it, okay, it happens, then situation becomes smaller and you become bigger. Like, see, Hanuman, again Hanuman, he has the strength to keep himself, bigger one and smaller one. If he wants, he can just make himself as smaller as possible as per the requirements.
my concern is there that this spiritual knowledge is reaching a lot of people, but not everywhere. Like,
Well, as I would like to share, organization and we have centers all across the world in more than 138 countries. Is only the try is possible, and we are trying our best.
yes,
But still, if it is really so, all possible way, we're still trying
yeah.
to reach.
San Francisco Center I visited
Uh-huh.
last
Oh,
year.
see. So it's just a initiative and effort that we all can do. And I believe as we have so many people connected and it is all across the world. So yes, it's just an effort that all we are trying and hoping to be reached to at most all the population, because we all are brothers and sisters,
Yes.
one family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hope for the
This
best.
is of course. Any more questions? I hope your question answered, Sister Renu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking, when did this conference age started? There was one
We
question.
have that. We have that topic. I will cover when
Okay.
it has happened, how it is happening, and then more about it. Yes.
So if it is 1936, then somebody
Mhm.
had written, 2036. That's what I'm thinking.
See, well, not really commenting on this because we are not gods.
Yes.
It's just, a roundabout time, the round figure, but not exactly that we can say this will happen on this particular date or year or something. Anything can happen. We just can assume. But more of that, what if I leave the body before that, then what is my end of life? So I need to just think and put effort where I can do, not thinking about what will happen, this and that. Because it's his work. So let him do his work. I
Yes.
should do what I can do.
Not in our hands. It's God.
Yes, of course.
Definitely. I agree.
Thank you. Any other questions? I see no questions coming. I was expecting so many questions should come, but I do not see any of them coming. Are all listening? Are all connected, or we have 20 people connected?
Uh, Sister, I want to
Mm-hmm.
share something.
Mm-hmm.
The homework you have given to think about this positivity.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in my life, day-to-day life, when sometimes I'm very much stressed or something like that, what I used to do is I think about the good things and cheer myself up. So my family members normally they laugh at me कि ये तो अपना मतलब dreamland में रहती है. But that helps me coming out of the stressed situation. So
Mm-hmm.
when yesterday you gave the homework, I felt very nice because thinking of the all good things.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's like my way of coming out of stress. So I don't think there is
Of course,
anything.
there is no harm doing that, of course. And that
Yeah.
what we need to think of this, because it's all in my hand. It's all here. I gave you, shared a story of a person, a salesman who has both things. So one time he was thinking about what all he sold out, and other time then he started thinking of what's still left. That's
Right.
what it made him feel hurt or feeling dissatisfied. It's all in my hand. I need to think what I need to do. Even thinking about something not happening, or maybe worrying about the situation or taking any tension, would that clear all the negativity? Will just leave all the worries? No, it will not change my situation. Worrying about anything will not change the situation. It will remain the same. It will rather uh, eat my power.
Make you more depressed thinking
Yes,
again same thing. Yeah.
yes. So, and we all are, quite matured enough where we say we are educated. But what is the real education? We need to think about it. We need to talk to ourselves just to take right decisions. That is where the wisdom comes into the picture. I hope you have all understood the story behind all the cycle, and how the journey of the soul started, and how we can move on, and of course to make the purpose of life.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sister, when we are
You're not audible, sister.
shouted on us, trying to dominate us, or maybe he is my husband and anyone, then what to do? It's not my fault at all. The situation becomes like that I trying to be calm, not to give him answer back, but the situations becomes worse because of his behavior. Then what to do in this situation, sister? I want to know.
So your voice was breaking in the beginning. So if I've heard you correctly, did you say when somebody shouts at you and dominate and try and dominate you,
Yes,
then what to do?
yes, yes, and this is not my fault at all,
How do you identify whether it is
because this
your fault or not, or there is some fault? How do you identify?
because I'm doing my work. I got, for an example, I got late in serving him food or something, and my child who just fall from the cycle, I just went and take him home back. So I got late in preparing food. So he came, my husband came, and he is starting shouting on me. Why did you doing this, and you are late and all and on. So I am telling you that this is not my fault in this. Na? So what to do in this situation?
So if you understand it's not your fault, so let the person say, because if in such situation, if you try to make the other understand what, what you have done, because he is under the pressure and he's angry already, he will not listen to you.
Yes. Yeah,
The
sister, you are right.
wise decision is what you should do is to be pause, be quiet at that time. If your heart and you know
Okay.
that you haven't done anything wrong, then let the dog bark. We do not get in and say, ask dog why you're barking.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not, comparing in that way, don't take it otherwise. But what I intend to say is, because in such situation, if you try and make other understand, he will never understand. He'll try to
Yeah.
prove himself
Yes, you
right.
are right.
So in such situation, it's better be quiet.
Yes.
And if you know that you have done what you have done is right,
Okay.
then be with that with the confidence. And God knows what you have done. Why you are, because in such a way, why we feel upset, because we need that appreciation by the other person, acceptance by the other person, and that feeling make
Yes, you
us
are
feel
right.
pleasant. If until when,
Yes.
if you let your remote control keep in the other hand, you always be into the pain. Your happiness will always be conditioned.
Yes, sister.
So take your remote back to your own hands. Don't give anyone the
Okay.
authority to control you or to rule you. Practice this. After some time, you'll definitely feel the change in you.
Okay.
I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
sister, I will try. Yes, sister, I got your point. But sister, sometimes someone, if you does not say anything to anyone,
Mhm.
he shouted at you. Okay, you said that I should be quiet. Okay, I will do this definitely.
It's
But
not the quietness
what if
outside
he is
only.
okay from inside also? Okay, I
That is
understand. But
important.
if he started, yeah. But what if he starts taking me granted that she is quiet, so shout more on her? Then what, sister?
See, okay. So what happens whenever you practice this? There is two things that you need to do, right? One, is
Yeah.
from inside. You understand the person, because this person which you're explaining is your own husband, right? So you try
Yes.
to
Yes.
be
Yes.
good with the person as well. You try to be uh, something, there is an emotional connection as well. So think good about the person,
Yes.
give some positivity,
Okay.
be bit compassionate
Okay.
here, because this person is in pain.
Okay.
So when you feel and forgive the
Okay.
person, the positivity will radiate. This will not happen, the
Yeah.
change will not come in just in one day or two. Practice this at least for a month,
Yeah.
21 days, to break the cycle.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
subtle way, you need to take your remote back in your hands, and then do not let a dependent, let your happiness dependent on the other person, on your husband, right? And slowly you will
Okay.
see that
Right.
that person will start listening to you, but it will not happen
Okay.
like in just one go. You need to be more
Okay.
patient here. You need to use the patience, the power of
Okay.
tolerance, and not to be mentally
Okay.
affected. Underline point. It's
Mhm.
like, sometimes what
Yeah.
we do, we be quiet outside, but we keep feeling
Yes. Yes.
hurt because of that inside. So that will
Yeah.
actually ruin you. So don't do that.
Okay.
Just, yes. So just take it that way, and I'm sure you'll find the change in you. You feel peaceful and strong.
Thank you, sister.
Any more questions? I think there is no questions now. So shall I just, okay. Sister, in Satyug, will everyone has 16 slashes or only Shri Krishna? Well, everyone will have 16 slashes, yes, but it will slowly decrease. The whole population of 9 lakh will have this quality. Any other question? Welcome, brother. I think all questions are answered, and there is no more question. So let's practice meditation for a while, and then we'll end of the session. And I'll give you homework as well. And again, the ask and this request to all of you to please do homework. Whatever is given to you is for your own benefits, because these are the first stages of meditation. If you do not bring values in your action, you will not get kind of connection with God, and you will not be able to connect and feel that connection. For sitting yoga, take the most benefit of Rajyoga. So it's a humble request to all of you, and I urge all of you to please participate and do homework and share your homework. Okay, let's go.
Cannot hear you, sister.
Music audible?
No.
No?
No, no,
No.
No?
no, sister. On yesterday, it's not audible. Also,
Is it audible now?
Yes,
yes, yes, a little sound.
it's not clear.
Is it audible or not?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So it's breaking.
Okay. Still audible or not at all?
Yes, it's audible.
It's
Audible?
audible.
Is it clear?
Audible.
Yes.
Yes,
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Sister on the
yes,
screen?
yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Yes.
Right. Let's sit in the silence for a while. I'm bringing my thoughts back to the self. I am a different entity from this body, emerging the thoughts of my own self, my true qualities. I am a powerful, pure being as like God. I am a peaceful soul. See, the peace is radiating from me. Feel that peace.
हिंदी इंग्लिश है अच्छा
I am a very brightened star. As much I am into this consciousness of peaceful, I am radiating peace from my body to the outside world, the surroundings, the whole environment and its atmosphere started being peaceful. My thoughts, the concentration of my thoughts has been peaceful, enhancing my power. The feeling of peace is being received by many people surrounding. So as it's becoming a great servant to others. As much I'm sharing this peace, feeling like giver, the one who donates, by being into the peaceful state of mind and helping others who's looking for peace. Imagine yourself leaving this body for a while and to go beyond the five elements and becoming like an angel, a body of light, spreading the peace all over. And I see the world from top, the rays of positivity and the peace spreading across the globe. The rays, the peace is helping so many people. As much I'm giving, sharing the peace, in turn I am enhancing the peace, power of peace in me. My mind is so relaxed, elevated, empowered. The thought are being slowed down. And this peace is restoring my energy, my strength, and I'm feeling so enlightened child is giving me a happyful feeling, feeling so blessed, taking a determined thought to give blessings to everyone today. Give good wishes, good feelings, pure feelings to everyone. Today, I will give whosoever come to me. It's not only human beings, but also nature or anyone. Pure feelings is my real treasure. No matter how and what one will do with me. But my originality is peace, and I will share and give this to everyone. And this will be the real respect towards you, Baba. A real love for you, Baba. Om Shanti. Shanti. Om Shanti. I hope all understood today's homework. Thank you all of you to joining in and listen to me attentively, carefully. Om Shanti. Have a good day and please do homeworks.
What is the homework?
हिरा खाऊ नका. हे सगळं खाऊन टाकलं. ओके.
मेरी प्यारे हो, मेरे दिल पे क्यों आ रखी हो? हम्म,
25 ग्राम 22 छड़ी,
हम्म,
25 ग्राम 25 रुपए की दी
हम्म,
और 22 छड़ी,
हम्म।
1 रुपए से भी ज्यादा की पड़ी।